Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Set it down for the offense. First down. And the wideout goes in motion. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Keeping it on the ground here. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Less than a yard to go as they cover the line on second down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking to pass here on second down. It's an out route. The catch made. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. It's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
And now from the pistol formation. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Finds an open target on the left side. Tackle made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 33-yard line.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. A pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Direct snap to the back. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Handoff heading left. Tackle, but first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quick pass. The catch is made. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. We'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
This quarterback's got to be so frustrated. He's got an open receiver. He makes a good throw with a good route from his intended target, but this defensive back makes a heck of a play on the ball and knocks it away.
Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's 3rd down. We go with a direct snap. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Notre Dame lining up now for a 1st and goal. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught near the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. You come out in the playoff game, Kurt, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
I just love watching this back run. He gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
He'll hand it off. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a 1st down.
Nice job here by this back picking up a 1st down, living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running back.
Gets past the tackler into open space now. After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
He'll pitch it. Finally brought down, but the option produces a big game that time. That's great execution.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Back's got it again. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Notre Dame 7, Oregon 0.
So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. And here's the handoff. Hard running through a tackle. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Chiefs looking to use the up-tempo offense here. They're going to run it here. And the Sophomore able to bring him down quickly. They've gotten the ball down to the 3-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon.
Boy, the quarterback put that ball right where he could give his receiver a chance, and what an effort by that receiver to lay out and come up with that touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And there's the point after.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? Looking to throw it on 1st down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over it that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
After a 1st down loss, it's 2nd and long from their 25. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Running back grabs it on the screen. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
So bad plays on 1st and 2nd down puts him in a tough spot here. 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Quarterback looking to scramble. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a 4th down play.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
On their own side of the 50, they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Receiver in motion now. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback's got it on the option. He's across the 25. Oh, the ball's knocked loose. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover. The Ducks looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
Just down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Second down and goal upcoming. We'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity this offensive line was on display. And that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Now they get set to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Notre Dame offense back onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking for a deep completion. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Chris, I think I could hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. The shotgun running play call. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
The defense coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. Defense takes their third and final timeout of the half to talk strategy.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Here we go on 4th down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. So the offense clicking now, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Kicking team out for the BAT try. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. First down, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. He pulls in the catch. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. And looking to throw now on first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Quarterback operating an empty set. They'll change the pre-snap look now. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. A short completion of the tight end. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he's got his man open downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Irish.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now he's executing. We're only in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. This one will be fair caught. Beautiful Ducks offense retakes the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. He's going to put it down and run. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
First down. They're going to throw the football. Gets into space at the 50. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield. The defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Chris, it's the consistency of his back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
He's escaping the pocket now. He'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. 14. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee. The 25-yard line. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Second down play coming up. A pop pass on the jet sweep. To bring him down right at the 30-yard line. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Cut quickly. He shreds the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And the Ducks begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And they heave it deep downfield. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Ducks looking to keep this drive moving. They'll hand it off. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
Second down after that previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Pitch to the back. And they'll stop him just short of the mark. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. They try to run it with the option. Oh, the ball comes loose. And the offense recovers the fumble. The coach's choice to go for it does not pan out.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. Felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Short pass finds the tight end. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. The completion picks up about 8 yards. That sets up a 4th down play now. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. They went for it and failed on 4th down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Looking for the wide out. They can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. The last possession, they passed on a field goal attempt, but got stopped on fourth down. Let's see how they play this one. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And the Soft were able to bring him down quickly. Sets up a critical third down play. Here's the option play. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Rolling the dice a bit, up one possession and going for it on fourth down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. He didn't make it. Stopped short. That is a crucial turnover on downs here in this tight football game.
Chris, I understand what you're doing here. As a play caller, you want to take that chance. You want to keep the ball. You want to keep the drive alive. But this is the risk you take, and the defense comes up with a huge stop.
And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. And the wideout goes in motion. Single back, takes the handoff. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Getting set. Here's second down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the cortical. Stop him for a loss.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. Direct snap to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Trying for a fourth down completion. Fires it to the wideout. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Last possession, they were stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything, and they put together something here. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Offense getting set. Second down play here. The linebacker shifting around now. They'll run the option. He'll toss it to the back. Tiny space at the 20. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
That's another good run here by this back. You know, he's been inside, he's been outside. At times he's had to be patient, showing his vision. He now has 97 yards on the ground today. A few more carries, and he's likely going to go over the century mark.
He'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
But they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Notre Dame offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
You get some positive yards in the opening play of this drive. They need 2 touchdowns, so anything to move them closer to that first touchdown is always going to be good.
Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Back to throw again. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Notre Dame getting set for the 1st and 10 now.
Chris, I kind of feel like a coach right now because I'm always wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, all you're ever taught, all you hear about is don't let them cross your face. If they want to go to the outside, it's okay. But inside, no. Can't have that happen, and it cost them.
Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Kirk, you look for rust, you look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast. But I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They'll work the clock here with the running game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Important second down play coming up. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Pitches to the back. He'll be stopped for a loss on the play. The defense all over the option that time. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Oregon.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. And he drops back in the gun. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moving right down the field for a touchdown. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And he slings this pass over the middle. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. Second down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback dropping back. He flips it to the back across the middle. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw again. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And just like that, Chris, we've got a touchdown here, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead. Unbelievable to watch this quarterback and this offense work.
Down the line to kick the extra point. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. How do you play this now? Do you call a conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win in a regulation? And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
They're going to run the option. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Running out of time in the pocket. He's going to take off. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in the fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
He's going for a big play downfield. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series. He almost threw another one.
Here's the second down play. Looking to pass here. Look at this. He'll go deep again. Oh, and it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. So the turnover will end the fourth quarter, but now we head to overtime. So 1st and 10, our first play of overtime. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They go with a direct snap. Eludes a tackle. Brought down, the broken tackle to produce a solid gain there. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
And now the defense will spend a timeout to get everybody on the same page before this important play. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Makes a quick grab. Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The tight end goes in motion before the snap. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Dump off caught by the running back. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. So the offense will set up 1st and goal here in this first overtime. It's a touchdown as they jump on top here in overtime.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. That's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
PAT puts them in front by 7. So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. Takes the handoff and he'll head left.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Oh, and a fumble here. Can you believe it? The ball bounces out of bounds, and the offense will hold on to possession.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
They'll try the option play here. Got the first down, now looking for more. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now a decision. Do you kick the PAT or go for 2 and the win?
Well, this is one of the benefits of going second when you get into overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime as you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for 2 right here.
How about this? A 2-point conversion now with the ball game on the line. And the pass is complete to the tight end. And he's in there. They gamble and get it to win the game. What a call. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment. But now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.